Peace, family. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about this topic about the use of the N-word or the word nigga. It's been up in the media a lot lately because of Bill Maher saying it. But really like the last 10 years as this whole, politically correct movement has come into play about people not being able to use the N-word, people being punished for using the N-word, so forth and so on. And different people got their different opinions about it. I'll make this video short because, me personally, I really don't care shit about the N-word. The word don't really have no power over me. I use the word not just in songs, but when I'm referring to people in general, not just black people. I call white people niggas, Asian niggas. It'll just come out if I'm talking about either somebody in a derogatory way or I'm talking about somebody in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? I call a dude like, that's my nigga, that nigga crazy, or that's a dumbass nigga, so forth and so on. Like I said, I'm not really offended by the word. Now, as it relates to white people using the word, if I was around somewhere, and a white dude was using the word nigga in a derogatory way, would I feel some type of way? Maybe. I probably would. Would I address it in some kind of way? I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Because it all depends on the situation. Because, in some respects, that's like an automatic ass whooping. But you got to be strategic. You can't just be responding emotionally to things. You know what I'm saying? So, and usually if you got like a white dude that's going to be saying nigga around a group of black people or black people, you got to watch. A motherfucker might be a little off or whatever. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But, we know the origin of the word is a corruption of the Spanish negros. And nigga, so it turned derogatory. Now, my thing is that words change meaning all the time. People change the way something used to mean, and as time go on, it take all different types of form. Like you can even say booty, right? Now, back in the day, in this old English and shit, booty was spoils of war. And in some respects, booty still is a spoil of war. But, if a motherfucker really talking about booty, he talking about ass. You know what I'm saying? You ain't talking about no treasure from no fight, necessarily. So, and there's a lot of examples, a whole bunch of examples of words changing meaning. Now, the real controversy is, should white people be allowed to say the word nigga? Now, I never had a long-term white friend per se. I've had white associates, but I never had a white friend. So I can't really even use to say, okay, if it was my friend, it's my homie, somebody I grew up with, how would I feel? I can't put myself in them shoes because I never been in that situation. I was one time though, out with some friends, we getting drinks, you know what I'm saying? I meet this white dude and shit in the bathroom and shit. This motherfucker, you know how sometimes you go in the bathroom, it's like a rowdy party, people start talking and shit, you know what I mean? So, this motherfucker doing some kind of drugs. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Snorting something, pills, some old shit he was doing. So the nigga offered me some pills and shit. And I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the fuck he was trying to offer me. Do I want some? I'm like, nah, homie. You know what I'm saying? So We began chatting a little bit more. After we left out, you know what I mean, we partied a little bit. I was in the or by the way where he was at. We was fucking around, laughing at some females, whatever. So, after a while, a little bit of time go by. I don't know what happened, but me and the boy was laughing at some shit. And he like go to do the little hand, the hand joint. And he like, yeah, my nigga. So I paused and shit, and I gave him the eyes like, all right, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And, from my eyes in that pause, he understood, okay, yeah, I probably went too far and shit. You know what I'm saying? I should leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, so that I could say that that's something that I did not want to happen and shit. I did not feel comfortable, even though we was having a good time with this motherfucker calling me nigga. Now, do I think he did this shit maliciously or he did this shit? I don't think that. I think the motherfucker, something he always wanted to say. You know what I'm saying? He see us talking about it, rap songs, all this shit. So he wanted to be able to use the word to another black person to try to be down and shit. That whole kind of thing. So that was that. I mean, I really wasn't offended by it, but just like, motherfucker, don't call me that and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. We went on and finished, we talked to some chick, whatever, and then that was that. Night was night. He went his way, I went my way and shit. But, I mean, long story short, though, I mean, my thing is, as a group of people, African Americans, all the messengers, all the leaders already came and dropped off the message. Everybody know what needs to be done. It really don't need to really be no more articulation about the shit that you gotta do for self. You know what I'm saying? No matter how successful you is in the country or this and that or whatever, as a group, because of our history and just the nature of the politics and the economics in America, you gotta do for self. You gotta have a base. You gotta have a base that's doing for self and shit. And that's the solution to the shit. You know what I'm saying? And the moral issues that's going on in the community. And then the N-word, the nigga, won't mean shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? The more power you get and the more control of your communities, you'll have a stronger base to fight from when people do use that word, or people will be less likely to let shit slip, when they realize what's going to be the ramifications behind it. I mean, similar to shit that the Jewish people do. You know what I'm saying? You say shit that's kind of like offensive, different shit. Or for instance, Rick Ross, I think it was his last album that he came out with, I think Black Market or some shit like that. And he mentioned something about Donald Trump getting killed or some old shit. It was like a little line in there about Trump, some shit. And Walmart pulled this shit off the shelf. Walmart pulled them CDs off the shelf because he said that shit. And I don't even think Trump was the president at the time. He wasn't. He just was still running and shit. And so I mean, I say that to say motherfuckers use that power, you know what I mean, to correct a motherfucker, to chin check a motherfucker when they doing something that they don't like. So, you know what I mean? The one thing I don't like that our people do is when somebody use the N-word, motherfuckers get all emotional and shit. Like, it's like you acting like a little ass kid and shit. You acting like fucking babies, that you letting somebody be able to control you. Somebody can get you all riled up by just saying this one word and shit. Man, fuck that word. You know what I'm saying? We don't got nothing to be ashamed of. We don't got nothing to feel sorry about. History is history. What happened is what happened. We know the ramifications of that event. We don't need nobody to make us feel justified, in that we suffered a trauma and, that we still dealing with and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Them, acknowledging or accepting it all the way, that shit shouldn't mean nothing to us, man, because you still giving the motherfucker power to be able to control your destiny. So, you know what I mean? That's pretty much how I feel about the N-word. Like, I really don't give a fuck about Bill Maher using the N-word, because if I don't like this shit, then I'm just not gonna watch his show and shit. Fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't think he a racist dude, but I think he got some tendencies and shit about certain shit. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of motherfuckers that they ain't nobody never really gonna be understanding the reality of, you know, the black experience in America. Like, we gonna fucking understand that experience and shit and the sensitivities that come with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like I said, just touch on this one last point now. If I grew up with a motherfucker from you know, from a youth, and this motherfucker used the word, I don't really know how I would feel about that. You know what I'm saying? And it would have to be, do we got an understanding about this shit? Do he know he can't say this shit around other black people? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know. But at the end of the day, I don't want no motherfucking white person calling me no nigga. You know what I'm saying? How would I respond to it? I don't know. I might just start calling him fucking names. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to just let somebody be able to control what the fuck I'm going to do if they use this word like I'm a fucking trained monkey. If I say this word, I'm going to make them do this. If I do this, I'm going to make them do that. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. You know, different people going to say different things, how they feel about it, all that. But it is what it is. End of the day, the word ain't got no power over me. Peace.